mortes, conflitos, guerras, desamor, o Amores Urbanos hoje conversa sobre vida com o médico israelense Avi Rivkind. How are you today?
Good.
Yeah?
I'm surviving Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, it's very nice to know that you're visiting our city, Rio. And I'd like to start asking you a very simple question. You are an expert in mass casualty events and blast trauma at Hadassah Hospital in Jerusalem, Israel. How does it feel to be a lifesaver in a world of war, terror, and murder?
First of all, wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm privileged to be a doctor. I'm privileged to be the son of Holocaust survivors. And with our tradition, with our history, with all the suffering of Jewish in thousands of years, suddenly I can change a little bit the equilibrium and to save life of Israelis, of Arabics, of Catholic, of Protestantic, of Portuguese.
It doesn't matter who you are saving, whose lives you are saving.
The main idea is to save life.
There is a Hadassah spirit, like a DNA I read, you said somewhere. I'd like you to tell me a little about this spirit, this Hadassah spirit.
The Hadassah spirit is like a special stamp. In Israel we have a synagogue in Bet Alpha that on the ground is built of mosaics, of sifas, of colors, with a wonderful, wonderful picture. And I think that's the symbol of Hadassah should be, because we, everybody, nurses, workers, administration, everybody is committed to save life, to treat patients 24/7. Ordinary days come very sick patients, not only in the surgical department, also in cardiology or internal medicine. And suddenly you see around him, you know, the top guy in this field, the top guy in this field, everybody is together in order to save the life of this patient. But it's a unique, and it's well known in Israel even, that Hadassah is something over and above. There is something, that's what I say, the spirit of Hadassah. I think it's devotion, I think it's courage, I think it's a commitment. It's a commitment of everybody. You know, to come at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock at night, and to treat, for example, a terrorist, it's a commitment.
Yeah. Group work also, group spirit.
Yes, for sure. It's a teamwork, it's a group work, it's everything.
How does it feel to be an Israeli and save some Palestinian lives? Does that make you a neutral being?
First of all, I don't any problem to treat Palestinian guys. First of all, we are treating them by daily basis. We have a lot of patients that came even from Gaza and from the West Bank, and they are receiving treatment, daily treatment. If he has a colonic cancer or they came to deliver babies in our hospital, they are welcome, they are coming, and they are receiving excellent treatment. And some of them were archi-terrorists, like Hassan Salameh. Hassan Salameh was responsible of killing of Jewish Israeli people, 58 of them, in 2 weeks. Sunday after Sunday. Explosion of buses, 18-numbered bus in Jerusalem was exploded every Sunday. Then our soldiers captured him near Hebron. And of course, everybody in Israel knows about Hadassah, even the soldiers. And they brought him on Friday, between Friday to Saturday, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I operate him. And believe me, first of all, he is still alive. Wow. Second, he received excellent treatment. And it can be only in Jerusalem.
This is the spirit, right?
And this is part of the spirit.
Yeah.
and nobody complained, and nobody even mentioned anything about what you are doing, why, etc.
I would say sincerely that this is so superior. This is something really superior when we talk about human beings. Like it's amazing. Can your deeds as a doctor be reproduced in other areas around the world? I know they are already, right, being reproduced. Like this, the way you work, the things you do.
Listen, in matter of fact, when there is disaster in the world, like take for example the tsunami in Sri Lanka.
Mm-hmm.
I was there. For example,
In Boston,
Boston people, we were not there, but they came to us to study and to see what we are doing and how we behave and what techniques we develop, etc. In Haiti, the Israeli Defense Force was there saving a lot of life, and we are in great connections, and some people from Hadassah went together with them. So in matter of fact, we are in Turkey, in the earthquake, we were there. Unfortunately, well, there is a disaster somewhere around the globe, we are there.
Well, what about the last Gaza ceasefire? In your opinion, can we hope for peace eventually?
First of all, there are examples of peace, like Jordan, like Egypt. So
Why not?
Why not? In the end of the day, it will cost human life in both sides, but there is no another solution. So I am a great believer of peace. However, from time to time you have to be strong in order to reach to peace.
We are curious to know if you can tell us why you are in Rio.
You know, to strengthen or to develop relationships between Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Israel, Hadassah.
And also, I imagine to bring some of your expertise to the hospitals here.
Yes, tomorrow I'm going to give a lecture in Sao Paulo, in Einstein Institute, about our experience. They want state of the art of trauma. So this is the lecture.
If you don't mind, I would like you to leave a message, not to Rio or not only to Rio or Brazil, but to the world, like free message, whatever.
I think the message is that medicine can be a bridge for peace, for human being relationship, for the best of everybody.
Now I've been happy lately, thinking about good things to come.
O professor Avi Rivkind entra em sala e conta a seus alunos sua experiência salvando vidas de gente tida como inimiga. Muitas vezes gente que mata, gente que está do outro lado da trincheira e a salva no Hadassah Hospital, por ele e sua equipe. Seus alunos ouvem as histórias e retrucam. Professor, você é um louco.
Sim, Avi e sua equipe são loucos. Loucos por salvar vidas, loucos pela medicina. E que sua loucura seja uma ponte para a paz e nos sirva de exemplo, sempre.
Thinking about good things to come, and I believe it could